Smoke is quieting down. Seems like we've got to a lot of the smoke. Dub, you got smoke?
Wrestling head now. It ain't gonna be too much on wrestling while I'm sitting here.
You right? Yeah.
I'll tell you that one. I don't give a fuck what y'all talk about.
They had Friday night SmackDown live at Prudential Center.
What's that bag like?
Okay. They had Saturday night and Sunday night.
Can you stop interrupting Ice talking about SummerSlam?
Yo, what's that bag like?
I wouldn't know. I'm not being paid by any wrestler.
WWE. No, I'm not by the wrestlers.
Or by the
Wait. You got the wrestling gig before Flip?
I'm not being paid by anyone.
And on top of that, why it has to be a comparison, man? You fall right in the lines of disruption and causing division. That was division. That was very divisive of you.
It was inspiring. It was a sight to see. I'll be back. And let's work.
I feel like that's already happening, but
look.
Yeah, right.
That cup halfway full already.
All right, y'all, and we are back with the files. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed, but Joe Budden just finessed his way back into that WWE bag right under all our noses. In episode 849, I saw something unfold crazy, right? Now, it's been brewing behind the scenes for a minute where, the Joe Budden Network, they would have maybe Flip do something with the WWE, but that never went through. So Joe today on this episode, he had a 40 to 50 minute segment about just the WWE. It wasn't a usual fan recap. This was like an interview or a media audition. It felt like he was pitching live on air to the WWE. And if you ask me, I know it wasn't accidental at all, right? Now, let me break it down. Joe and Ian, his right-hand business partner, they just recently went to a WWE event. Now, for regular folks, that'll be a fun night out with the homie. But for Joe and Ian, that was a business trip, like a recon mission. And based on how Joe was talking, this felt like a soft launch for something major. Okay? The way he broke it down, the language he used, the emphasis, it all sounded like an unofficial pitch deck for the WWE. Right? And here's where things got a little crazy, right? In the back channels today, I hit up some of my guys, right? Some of the WeWorks. And I'm like, yo, do you guys think, Joe probably got a deal with the WWE or Netflix? And they was like, nah. But listen, I got the files. You feel me? And it's telling a different story. For real, it's really telling a different story.
And let's work.
Now, if you remember in the clip that I played, right, earlier on in this video, Ish cuts Joe off and says, yo, how much is that bag? You hear that? Even Ish, the one who don't really be trying to say too much of Joe's business or do any of that, he saw something was off. Joe wasn't talking like a fan. He was talking like a partner in negotiation. Ish read the room, right? He read the room just like I did. He knew that there was more to this, right? And later in the pod, and not too much later, Park slides in a joke, right? A little jab, something slick, subtle, but it was lethal. He tells Joe, you got the deal before Flip did, right? And in that moment, it shifted. Things changed a little bit. You can see Flip, he ain't like that. He said, yo, you trying to cause division and all of that.
And on top of that, why it has to be a comparison, man? You fall right in the lines of disruption and causing division. That was division. That was very divisive of you.
Joke to Flip. His face tightened up. That was really a trigger for him. Because that line, that little joke, it has history. It really does has history. Okay? They tried to get Flip to do a lot with the WWE.
But if you don't know what we're talking about, our good brother Flip went and did some work with WWE.
Yes, sir.
Left the pod early, got a lot of content in over there. He's a big fan of the WWE, so we were all proud and happy for him.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to y'all though. Shout out to y'all for the JBN for putting it all together, for allowing me to leave and do that, man.
He was supposed to lose weight. He was supposed to be doing workouts with them. He was supposed to be doing so much, but that fell through. So do y'all think Parks was joking, or was that a shot to Flip? And do you think Flip finessed himself out of a bigger bag or a bigger opportunity? And the cherry on top for me, the real kicker, was when Joe talked about how he actually detailed the whole WWE event. And then he casually says to them, let's work. Like, what is that? What do y'all think that means? You don't say let's work to $1 billion company unless something is already brewing, right? And Ish being Ish, like he was throwing jabs, right? He told Joe, like, you got your cup out, homie. You shaking your cup. You begging. But let me ask y'all a question. Is it really begging if you're strategically positioning yourself for a multi-million-dollar partnership? I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know if that's begging. But let's keep it a buck. Joe and Ian are very strategic, okay? They know exactly who controls the budgets at these massive companies. They know who to talk to, when to talk to them, and how to talk to them. It's not just podcasting. It's business, it's business warfare. In the WWE, like, that's a battlefield with opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's bring Flip back into this a little bit. Y'all remember when there were talks of Flip doing some WWE training sessions, even talks of him losing weight and building out content around him, right? The vision was there. It was exciting. But here's where the dream started cracking. Flip was focused on his own content, which is dope, but it might have cost him, a bigger bag, right? So here's the $1 million question right here. Here's the $1 million question. If Flip had leaned into the Joe Budden network fully, just for a season, would he be a star in the WWE right now? Right? Flip has a great setup, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's not about content. It's about presentation, right? About how you package the brand, right? That's what separates creators from networks. And Flip, although he's talented, is still one adjustment away from hitting that executive tier. So when Parks made that joke about Flip, yeah, it was funny on the surface, but it carried weight because Parks knows what Flip passed up. Hell, Parks he's been a Flip show. He supported him publicly, but he also sees the potential Flip may be squandering, right? He's just wasting it. Like, do you think Flip sees his own value, or is he stuck thinking like a content creator instead of a brand? And I know he does think like a brand, but I know it's also hard for him because he's been a content creator. Like, how do you separate that? You know what I'm saying? Because like he has a lot of people that he works with that could probably hold it down, like the Big Phils and people like that could probably really hold it down. And like, let's not act like this is some, because Flip, he was trying to, let's not act like this is some racially motivated shot either, right? Flip tried to play the division card after the moment, but come on, that wasn't racism what Parks was trying to do or any of that. And that, even though Flip didn't actually say that, that was kind of the tone he gave when he said like your division and all of that with that joke, that was reality. That was disappointment cloaked in a joke, right? Parks was disappointed. Now fast forward to Joe. He shouted out Netflix several times in the same episode. Why? I'm asking y'all why. Like, what does Netflix have to do with the WWE? I don't know. Maybe y'all could tell me. That may be the real play. Is the WWE cutting some kind of new media partnership with Netflix? And is Joe Budden trying to wedge himself right in the middle? Because this is how podcasting is evolving. It ain't just about the views. It ain't just about the subscribers. It's about the relationships. It's about positioning yourself. And Joe Budden is showing everyone how to play chess with the media giants in real time. You just got to be paying attention, right? Now, I'm asking you guys, is Joe Budden cooking something up with the WWE and Netflix? I just played the clip. I'm trying to do the science. We got the files. We see what's going on, right? But I want you guys to let me know. It's right here. You feel me? Did Queen's Flip drop the ball on what could have been his biggest opportunity yet, which is the WWE? And do you think he possibly could rekindle that? Because he still is on the Joe Budden podcast. He's still in the network. Could he somehow reel that back in? That'd be great for him. And that'd be great for his network, right? And is Parks trying to push? I think he is, but do you guys think Parks is trying to, push Flip harder? Because he came to his show, he supported him, you know, on In the Room. He supported him with the Improper Improv when Flip tried to do his own set, right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments, right? Because from where I'm sitting, this could be just the beginning. You feel me? Let me know. And we'll be back with the files.
My guy Dub too. That's my man though.
Gang.
That's my man, Big Dub.